Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Jazzy, jazzy, yeah. Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Winston, will you win some games today? Winston, will you win some at the AMA? Winston, show your wisdom in the way you play. Oh no! Facing down another defeat. His team's in trouble, might as rubble. Winston falling again. Second chance. Winston is back on his feet. His skill redoubled, perfect bubbles. Winston claiming the win. Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Jazzy, jazzy, yeah. Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Jazzy, jazzy, yeah. Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Hands. Winston, will you win some games today? Winston, will you win some at the AMA? Winston, show your wisdom in the way you play. Winston, will you win some? Winston, you're so winsome. Don't listen to Stycksintern when he calls you. Wins you.
I'm bugged out. Sorry about that. So I'm now on to my secondary one, which sounds like shit. Gonna try to figure out what happened there. It's just not seeing my Yeti in Streamlabs right now. This rarely happens. But either way, catching the end of this daily skirmish melee madness tournament. This is one of the two semi-final matches. We got Mellow Merchant on the left and Super Bowl the Oh Cool on the right, as the tomatoes and the cabbage and onions rain down upon them. Super Bowl about to die. It looks like that big block right there saving his middle knight. Okay, you can expect the knight to make blocks though. He's got the dagger warrior rocking the gardening trowel there to dig you 6 feet deep into the Colosseum. And Eric in the chat, welcome. Sorry there was no drop on that in the Winston song. It just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right. You know, to give him a triumphant drop. It felt better to go with brooding energy. And it was really, the whole song is really just set up for the last lyric, which the AI nailed the presentation of. So yeah, I was really happy with that outcome. Sudden death, not quite finishing O'Cool's night. I tried to participate in this tournament. I mean, I did participate. I didn't try to participate. I tried to perform well. I did not. Dudes let me down, but that's what I get for trying bleed build on a warrior. I thought, yeah, it's melee madness. Why not give it a shot? Chat, do not give it a shot. I mean, if you do and you pull it off, then tell me about it, because that's cool. I could not do so. But yeah. Mega beat me. So I don't know where he ended up in the bracket, if he's still in or not. It was him versus Franz, I think, in the other semifinal match. Which I saw that was over before I loaded this one up. Wasn't really planning to stream this tournament. Thought I'd be busy, honestly. Thought I'd be tied up. But glad I can catch the end here during the start of my show. And then at the end I'll do some summoning. How about that new shot clock animation with the red blinking and the forfeit countdown, or I guess, count up, whatever they call those. Counter, maybe? Those, I like it. It looks good. Yeah, and I'm noticing that the shot clock is less missing, but I reserve the right to change my opinion on that when I noticed new issues. Of course. But I hope all of you enjoy the updates. There was a brief, combat update today, which wasn't really a balance update. It was just like bug fixes to like the interface elements mostly, I would say. I have this habit of leaning into my mic, which is now totally useless because it's on my webcam. Alright, so chat. Wait, I didn't even see who took that one. Was it Mellow Merchant or O'Cool? It will tell us momentarily. So, okay, it's Franz versus Fex over here. O'Cool beat Mega. Okay, so this is where I was, down here. ETH Walker, baby. Okay, O'Cool won that one. Okay, I was just tripping at the end. I was just tripping. I had a Berserker Warrior Knight. Could have gone well. They were beefy. But it didn't go well. So, back to the drawing board. Let's see what Franz is working with. Mythic Zerker Monk. Jesus, dude. Look at that health. Look at that Scally's Eye. Yeah, you don't love 22 decks, but it's level 10, so it's not bad. And the Scally's Eye more than makes up for it. Like, puts it well above the norm, I'd say, in accuracy. And fast, with 23 agility at 10. That's pretty friggin' bonkers, dude. And a double resistance passive, so 5% status effect resistance to everything, even though it's just double Chatterbox. And we don't really care about silence too much on a Berserker, though it would keep you from howling. Hello, Sticks. Hello, Flu. How are you doing? My man, or I don't know, whoever that is. If that's the guy from Family Guy, Peter Griffin, no, totally different Griffin. Never mind. Alright, what has Franz got in the middle? He's rocking Uncommon Knight Priest, 539 health. Dex super low, could miss, but like about what you expect to see for a knight at this level. He's tricked it out with an Elgrin's Aegis, so this is buffing his block chance by a good bit, and that's I knew it was you. I was just couching it in case the audience didn't. You know what I'm saying? Flute Man? Anyway. He's got the Elgrin's Aegis. That block chance is really good, especially on a knight. Knights do really well with that amulet, especially. And in these all melee kind of restricted formats, I really see that the accessory and the hero class of the knight shining well. Let's see if Franz proves me right. He probably won't, but I hope he does. I hope Franz takes this one, baby. Alright, and what's this last one he's working with? This warrior, 681 health. That's really, really quite excellent for the level. Scally's Eye with 25 dex and 32 strength, and the Excalibur, of course. Thing's gonna hit like a truck. Got double leadership too, buffing up the Berserker that he has in the back. I forgot to check the Knight's traits. Double second wind, wow. So yeah, you hit the Knight a bunch of times and he just heals up. That's good. I like that setup there from Franz with the second winds on the Knight, especially for this melee madness format. On the right side is O'Cool. Oh, cool. Nice. Sunbear. Hey, you saw Sunbear eat Denver? I'm so jealous of Sunbear. Hey-o! You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? I am jealous of Sunbear. That's right. Yeah, you're welcome to hop into my show anytime to do a stream. I've been broadcasting tournaments, man. Gotta check out the Gold Rush ones I do with DFK Elite. They're pretty styling, not gonna lie. I can't do tomorrow or Fridays, which makes me sad, but also that's life. Anyway, back to this Berserker. 686 health, really good. He's got the Excalibur on it, so it's going to be hitting hard. Low dex, though, and he's not, unlike Franz, he does not have the Scally's Eye, rare as fuh amulet to make up for it. Does have high strength though, so when it's like, I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I drink Dos Equis, you know, I'm the most interesting man in the world. I don't always land the hit, but when I do, it freaking slaps. That's this Berserker. And might be having it up front in the tank position, I'm not sure. Back to this Berserker on the traits. It's probably going to be tanking because it's got double second life. Just put it up front. What are the other melee guys on the enemy teams going to do? They are just going to have to hit you over and over and over again. All right, now checking out the next one. He's got a knight with the rare, unique, special Halloween themed. What was the official word for it? Death touched white skin. You can't just say white skin because that sounds weird. But death touched skin, looking good. Looking good, oh cool. Decent health. And really, really strong deck. So this guy will be hitting often, but note the 12 agi. It's going to be moving really slow. Going to be moving really slow. And he's got additional speed decrease coming in from the armor. Overall, great looking hero. And like his Berserker, he's got a second life. Not two, but he does have a stun making up for it in that active one. Could be pivotal. Now on to the Fanet Brown Rush. Hey, you know, sometimes you're on your way home and you get the Brown Rush. That's called the Fear. Anyway, Fanet Brown Rush. Let's check her out. She's rocking the dagger. Squire's dagger is the only one you can use right now, so you know nothing too impressive. Is covering it up with these cosmetic NFT visages. Beautiful, beautiful. Hydra Lobby gear behind sexy gear. You know, but still get the stats. It's good. It's the way to play. Does have it with the armor on and no shield, or that might be a visual bug, but potentially no shield here. Just max speed. Let's see what she's got going on in the back. High endurance, really, really, really tanky. Dex below 20 is like, meh, gonna have some misses probably. Double stun and last stand though. So overall, or yeah, I'd say overall, Okuul's heroes are tricked out on the traits department. But Franz definitely has an equipment advantage and is no slouch on the traits himself. So this should be a fun one to see. Should be a fun one to see. We got 2 minutes and 50 seconds to game time. Checking back in with the chat. Yeah, Death Touch White sounds like a senator. Oh. I only laugh to keep from weeping, you know what I'm saying? But you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Does sound that way. I envisioned so many different faces and like one amalgamation too in my head, and it was horrific at that thought. But hey, that's what happens sometimes. Eric says powder skin. That is really what it is. It looks like the color of powdered sugar. You know, that Death Touch White skin. Oh man, 2 minutes to game time. Here, just because Flu's here, I'll remind everyone that, you know, you can vote on these matches, these sponsored matches. Very important to do so. These are also sponsored as part of the Meta Deal. All of the tournament games that are hosted by the DFK team will be at least slightly sponsored. And as you can see here, we in the community can get up in there, throw our own money on the line, and you're good to go. Everyone else can win it. This sponsored money is split 90-10, with 90% going to the influence voters who correctly choose the winner, and 10% going to the winner themselves. And getting to the part where I said because Flu's here, you know, I got 2 million influence, and the vast majority of it is this hero right here, pledged to Submerzia as one of 1,000 rays in the dawn of the new age. This hero is the first of their line, and yeah, at a double digit original Sarandale on Harmony ID number. You know this is one of the most OG heroes in the game, and I'm using it for her sweet, sweet, sweet ass influence. Resets every Wednesday, and you can vote again for the next week. Every week, come get the sponsored money. It's literally free money from watching and enjoying video games that I commentate sometimes, and my friends commentate them. You can watch them too, you know, such as the likes of DFK Elite, Sir Worm, Emerson, Mega, T-Heat, Trade Room. You know, possibly Raf Neindorf, Franz, Matty Pest just in the future. You know, all sorts of options there. Chatterino. Maybe even a little Huffenstein. Ultra Gringo. Also pretty funny name, you know, on the topic of Death Touched White. Oh yeah, Flu, I brag about it once per stream. I don't let airtime go by without getting one clip showing off that bad boy. Or that naughty girl, I should say. These Franz turns influence into gold. He's got that bog stank touch. Whoa. Eric dropping bars in the chat. You gotta send those over to Abel Okugawa or someone. Get a beat made up. On the left in the game now, we have Franz, and on the right, Super Bowl, aka Oh Cool in the Discord. As I called it before, I think Franz has the equipment advantage. Super Bowl has the traits advantage, but both of them are not like overwhelming, so it should be a pretty fun match to watch. Which one slaps harder, traits versus equipment? NFTs involved either way. Super Bowl taking his sweet ass time with turn number 1. That's why there's a 2-minute grace period. He might be having connection issues. He might just be thinking about it, looking at Franz's team for the first time, and he realizes that this guy's got purple hair on the other side. He did not anticipate that. How does that impact O'Cool's strategy? Ah, man. Oh, cool. Really making me beg for it. Work for this airtime. What's going on, man? What's going on? Well, Flu, while you're there, talking about getting beats produced in the track, I have a dedicated producer who I like just write some lyrics out, and they produce DFK beats for me. It's called UDO AI, and I make hilarious, in my opinion at least, little ditties. Alright, oh cool. Like at this point I'm wondering, do I need to refresh? Chat, call me out if I need to refresh. I think it's on oh cool though. Yeah, match started at 7:15, so he's just, yeah, so shot clock now showing, because his 2-minute grace period is up-a-reno, if the shot clock runs down before O'Cool selects his turn, the game will automatically do a basic attack, and it will automatically enforce the shot clock during tournaments. Something to keep in mind. He waits till about the 4-second mark, perhaps playing for an eventual tomato cabbage combo. Little ditties. Yes, Flu, little ditties. Spelled just like that. First Excalibur Berserker drops a blind rage onto Super Bowl, hitting several, getting his stacks up to 8%. I think it's actually 7.5%. No, you're spelling it wrong. It's ditties, D-I-T-T-I-E-S, or ditty, D-I-T-T-Y, for the singular, and it means little songs. But like not like an anthem. It's not a big deal song. It's a little deal song. See, I got a donate 3 donation. Appreciate you, whoever sent that. I need to adjust this. I need to figure out how to make that audio come out to you guys, because I realized last stream that it's not. Oh no, chat. I lost my audio for a second here. But it's okay. So where was I? Chat. I gotta figure this out. So I'm wearing my Sound headphones, and they're in game mode. But I got a call on my cellular telephone, and it interrupted the game mode. If only I knew the people behind Sound, and I could get them to fix it. No, I'm kidding. I think other people demanded it this way. I don't know. People have different tastes. Either way. No big leads taken in this match. We got a couple berserkers going berserk. They're angry. Steam's coming out of their ears. You cannot control them when they're like that. They will just attack whoever they want, whenever they want. Like so. Fran's hitting the front line. That's good for his focus with his other 2 melees. And getting the berserker's mark. So this guy, while berserked, will be more likely to hit this enemy than any other. It's one of the recent changes to the Berserker, making it much more, you know, just kind of predictable, but still not totally predictable. Yeah, moving along the spectrum of predictability from what the fuck barbecue to, you know, basic physics. Very predictable. Knight in the middle. I think that's an interesting strat. Maybe he keeps the Berserker up front to take some damage, and then shimmies the Knight for. Oh, just like that, shimmied it forward. So now forcing Super Bowl to split damage through this dance of his front line. Pretty well thought out play there from Franz. I really like it. And so he ends up with his very front protected with that high health Knight, but his Knight didn't have to take the early brunt of Super Bowl's attacks. Clever little trick from Franz. And really the biggest threat to it is O'Cool's Berserker deciding that he's going after the middle warrior anyway, or middle line anyway. Got it. Understood, Flu, understood. Alright, health potion used by O'Cool. So we're probably going to see quite a drawn out battle here. Both these guys are going to play conservative. They've also both have very sustaining traits. Double second wind on Franz's Knight, reminder, and the several second lives spread across O'Cool's team, with two of them on his Berserker in the back there. So the health stone, or the health potions, are going to be a big factor, monitoring their stone, and O'Cool basically has a slight disadvantage there because he's used one and Franz has not. O'Cool really taking his time. That lends credence to my idea that he's playing into a tomato strategy. The tomato, potato, vegetable medley strategy. It looks like, you know, was that a full health potion that O'Cool used? Because this MFR has Last Stand. So if so, that's actually a pretty huge swing in potions. That's 8 stone weight of his 11. I'm confident now that that's what happened looking at this. Because I noticed he has Last Stand. He had Last Stand. And that means he was low. So yeah, it's probably a full health potion. Franz, though, looking tenderized in the middle and back line as the Berserker has not been focusing the Knight. At least he has had his, you know, Knight dealing with a lot of the threat from the Warrior and Knight on O'Cool's side. However, did just see that Forever Vigilant land the days, pushing Franz's middle Berserker back quite a bit. And now the Warrior drops Rough, which increases his physical defense by a bunch and gives him riposte for 2 turns, meaning that a portion, 30% riposte, means 30% of the damage dealt to this warrior is going to be sent back with a smile to whoever did the damage on Fran's side. And I do believe it's only physical damage. There might be a different effect like Reflect for spell damage when we have more spellcasters in the game. Here we see the Berserker actually hitting the Knight that time. Franz loves to see that. Gives him a chance to use his damage dealers for their main purpose instead of using a potion. We see the Blind Rage trying to get his mushroom stacks higher so that he can be the damage champion of the game. 17% on Franz's middle Berserker. Only 5% on Super Bowl's Berserker in the back. He has been unable to get those stacks where he wants them. Franz with a significant lead there, especially following that Blind Rage. But we should see one from O'Cool as well soon. But he's gone Berserk, so he actually can't do one until he gets control of the hero back. Possibly annoying for Mr. O'Cool. Iron Skin on the Knight. Interesting, might be angling to push the Warrior back to the middle now. And let the Knight move up, take the damage with that Iron Skin in play. And we see this Iron Skin on the front warrior is about to wear off. So O'Cool also planning with this dance, the physical defense back and forth. Love to see it. And he's again using the shot clock. Alright, alright. I see you, O'Cool. Whirlwind coming out. Oh, not the numbers he wanted to see, but at least he does get slows onto the front and middle line. That backline though still has haste. He's going faster than usual, and O'Cool's own warrior here, way back here on the time bar. Lots of turns before he gets to go again. Very slow after that whirlwind. He's dizzy. He just spun around the baseball bat, chugged a beer, and tried to run in a straight line. Couldn't do it at all. Just passed out on the floor before the beer even touched his lips. Alright, big rapid onslaught there. Even through the block, 218 damage. And the Berserker in the middle follows up immediately, keeping that pressure on. And now the front warrior on O'Cool's side is in kill range for sure if he does not respond. I think he does have one more health vial that's 33% healing, 35 maybe, in the tank. But after that, he's reliant solely on his traits to get heals on these heroes or have any sustain through Resurrect's second lives. And I think it's really only second lives, and his actives were more focused on the attacks like stun, etc. Oh no, there we go. He does have a heal on that back guy. Was it a double? No, just a single. He has speed for the other one. Okay. No heals on the middle guy, no heals on the front guy. So yeah, that was it, except for the one more vial I believe he has. Maybe he used it already, actually. I don't remember. But if he did, good for Franz. Forever Vigilant coming off cooldown in, one more turn after this one for the Middle Knight on O'Cool's side. That's when this Berserker is really kind of in danger of being focused again. Oh, but stun coming out. See, he says, I can reach him right now. I can do it now. Hits that attack. Franz takes a moment here. He does have a little bit of stone, uses the health vial, bringing that middle Berserker back up to about 50%. Knight in the front, still, holding strong. Uses his second wind right now, just adding up a little bit of healing. A little bit of healing on everyone there. 154 hits the middle. Oof, but bleeds, taking on the front one. Still could be in threat range here, especially with the Berserkers coming off Berserk. It looks like looks like he has a turn right after he comes off Berserk, unless this is his first one way back here. Either way, it's gonna in effect feel the same. And we will be approaching tomato time here in about a minute and a half, maybe a minute. So cool. Ooh, shot clock is at 0. Uh-oh. Are we seeing a forced basic here? Is this what we're seeing? Okay. The game is doing the forced shot clock thing, and it's a bit weird. It's just like a flashing pair of zeros in the corner there. I guess he got it off before, but because of latency, my thing was catching up, is what I guess happened there. He uses the stun on O'Cool, or O'Cool uses the stun on Franz, gets it on the middle Berserker, and some damage, but Franz responds in kind with an exhaust, immediately back onto O'Cool's front line, also landing it. So a trading crowd control effects for those two players. I think my game is a bit laggy though, because... Oh, shit. Shit. Blind Rage goes out. Finally, O'Cool gets some stacks. Still only at 11 though, and now the tomatoes are flying in from the audience. They're like, we're done with this game. Franz almost at the cap. Only one more hit to go till he reaches cap on that mushroom with his middle Berserker. Big threat out of him, but he's still stunned till back here. So this is the turn that gets skipped, and his next turn after that, way back here, everyone. Look at all the turns before that. So he's at high risk, I think, with Forever Vigilant coming offline, or coming online, I should say, coming off cooldown. There we go. O'Cool finally uses his last health vial. Oddly on the back line. That may have been a fat finger. I'm not sure. I feel like he would want to hit the front line with it. But maybe I'm just mistaken. He has a better reason. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, the self-cleanse recovery on the stun. And he's berserked. Basic attack. Hitting the back line. Not ideal. He probably wanted to see it take a kill on the front or soften up the mid. Can the Knight here for Franz get a finish onto one of O'Cool's heroes? Or will he maybe drop a heal with his second wind? Just trying to eke that Berserker in the middle up so he can get one more big hit. Ooh, goes to the Forever Vigilant. Misses, though, bigly, leaving him disappointed as the Knight on O'Cool's side is not in range for a tomato kill after all. Really close match here. Likely comes down to environmental damage, and we see O'Cool holding onto his hot potato tomatoes, waiting the timeout. Three, two, one, glitch. Forever vigilant at the last moment, securing that kill on the Berserker. Now it doesn't matter how many stacks he has, does it, stycksintern, says O'Cool. He's got a good point. But the Berserker totally chastises him for that arrogance and hits the knight on O'Cool's own side. So that is the risk you take when you bring a Berserker into combat. Sometimes they turn coat and they just start attacking your allies. They lose their shit, man. They're crazy. These guys do not have good mental health. They are not stable. They hurt their friends. That's what we just saw there, and it could be pivotal turning this around as Franz is able to get the kill. But remember, he needs to do it again and again, as the heroes on O'Cool's side do have second life. That was the first and only one that hero in the middle has. However, the Berserker seems intent on taking the knight down. Just tried to hit him again. O'Cool luckily got the dodge on that one. Yes. No, you're right. You're right. Worm, you're right. He's just trying to make sure he survives the tomatoes with the back second life. I think you're totally right. But can Franz push through here and kill him before he runs out of health on his own side? It's going to be a close call. Franz is trying, I think, to use the time bar as quickly as possible because he needs to get more kills. Meanwhile, O'Cool using it as slowly as possible so that his second lives aren't burned through before Franz falls to the tomatoes. That's my estimation of what the strategy is here. Almost taking down the knight. Oh, but the Berserker's like, I got you, bro. Finishes the task. And with that many own hits kind of in a row there, O'Cool has got to be feeling a bit stressed. But now, with no more allies left, the Berserker will likely hit Franz. But that knight showing its strength with a big block there for only 35 damage. Yes, this Berserker has 2 second lives, but with one of them falling right now to the sudden death, will that be enough? If Franz can take him down here. And he's exhausted. There's not much he can do on O'Cool's side except for take the beating as it comes. Days landing, pushing the Berserker off the time bar, out into the frickin' cornfield. And then the Warrior following up with, I think, a Gladiator Strike, maybe a basic attack, big damage. We will see them fall again, and now, the last time this Berserker is back up. Can Franz finish it out before the audience finishes him with the environmental damage from the tomatoes? Basic attack lands, 114. We probably see a sudden death after this turn. Franz has got to do enough damage so that it kills O'Cool's Berserker, and he gets the win. Basic attack, 65. No sudden death yet. But with O'Cool on the ropes and it being his turn, he's definitely going to die to the next sudden death. He's got to act quickly, because even if it kills Franz's heroes, with the hot potato contingency, the player who took the last turn loses. And O'Cool, here, waiting out the clock, passes. No sudden death yet. Wow. Wow. Tied it out, put the ball in Franz's court, but Franz said, I don't care. Got the kill with a basic attack and wins the game, taking the tournament. Franz is victorious in today's Melee Madness, overcoming the Lazarus-influenced and inspired team from O'Cool. What a match. What does Franz take home today, ladies and gentlemen? Franz is taking home a Submersian chest to be opened in the near future with some dank loots, as we say in my neck of the woods. In addition, he gets a Weekend Warrior qualifier token, 30 USDC, walking away with a smile on his face. Meanwhile, O'Cool, no loot for you with your cheesy Berserker second life tomato strat, for which I have no respect. But at least, I also don't judge you, the person. I have no respect for the strategy, though. Say that. But that said, it fell to number 2, taking home 15 USDC, his own Weekend Warrior qualifier, and a chip on his shoulder to get Franz next time. All right. Next daily skirmish, it looks like, is coming up in 9.5 hours. Entries open in 8.5 hours. For me, that's the wee hours in the morning. The wee hours. But nevertheless, we'll check out these restrictions here. Allowed hero level is 11 to 15. Gotta be dark summoned. And otherwise, it's a free-for-all. So it can be mythics, legies. No rarity restriction by the looks of it. Also no class restriction by the looks of it. Man, that seems kind of like a fun one, though. Why does it gotta be at the wee hours? But it's okay. That's what happens sometimes. That's what happens sometimes, chat. Yeah. Alright. So what do we got going on today? Other than that tournament. Whew. That was exciting. Took it out of me, though. I was, like, going for a hot second there. A hot secundius, if you will. I made that up. It might mean something, but I just made it up. For my purposes here. Now it's time to go back to the land where it all began. And do some summoning, I think, right? Yeah. Let's check my 1 summons remaining heroes. And see what I can do in the mutation department. Whew. Whew. Alright, I got a last stand priest here. Nice. Okay. I gotta stock up on provisions. Provisions are important, chat. Oh, I'm totally out of tears. Lol. Classic. Classic intern. For those of you who weren't here at the start of the show, enjoy this.
Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Jazzy, jazzy, yeah. Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Hands done. Will you win some games today? Winston, will you win some at the AMA? Winston, show your wisdom in the way you play. Oh no! Facing down another defeat. His team's in trouble, might as rubble, Winston falling again. Second chance. Winston is back on his feet. His skill redoubled, perfect bubbles, Winston claiming the win. Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Jazzy, jazzy, yeah. Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Jazzy, jazzy, yeah. Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Jazzy, jazzy, jazz. Hands. Will you win some games today? Winston, will you win some at the AMA? Winston, show your wisdom in the way you play. Winston, will you win some? Winston, you're so winsome. Don't listen to stycksintern when he calls you. Wins few.
Wins few, back at it again. Although, you know, the idea of me giving Winston shit for not winning is hilarious, considering he's won more tournament games than I have. But don't tell him that, chat. I know he doesn't watch my show because he's scared. So if you don't tell him that, he will never know. So I'll know if one of you told him. Conversely. I'm going to need more jade for this one. We'll do 3. We'll rip off these 3. Send them into the business. And then I might call stream earlier today. You know, DFK Elite, he's in final season. He's working on some studies, some academia. So wish him some luck. Send him positive vibes. Emerson and Psycholand posted a really interesting breakdown of the players that have been winning in the tournaments. Highly recommend everyone go check it out. The pronunciations alone of Just's name, and when I say pronunciations, I do mean plural because there's not just one, make it worth the watch, in my opinion. So highly recommend that. But also just good content in general. And then I really like the, I caught the stream that I missed the live for one the DFK the other night. Worm and Emerson. Be sure to check that out. And yeah, they had DFK Elite as a guest. It was awesome. It was a great stream. Great stream. All around. Just hearing someone else tell Emerson the same stuff I always do was very nice. No, I'm kidding. You know, validating, you know what I'm saying? But I kid. No disrespect intended to Elite or Emerson. Let's see if I can get any of these muties. Team! Oh, hit a leggy. Jenny Cratter! God, I hope you got the tranny. Please do it. Oh, yeah, you got the rug. I couldn't have a great name and the rarity and get the transcendent, but not only is it that, it's a total rug, all common basic abilities, classic. But hey, at least I can still pit the parents, you know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. All right, what do we got here? Thief, Egith, Even Vigor. You don't want. Ooh, you hit the second life, Muty, baby. Yes, that's how you do it on stream. That's how you do it on stream. Oh yeah. Worm, good. Thank you for pointing it out. The longest bout of all time that you guys, that Emerson and Elite had. It was funny because, like, I think Wowie and Matty Pesk, when the demo system first came out, tested it to see how many actions it could handle, because there is a limit to the memory, and I do think that basically Emerson hit that limit, or something like that. But it's pretty funny to see it happen on accident. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. Just jumped in there. One of you cast a spell, you're evil. That was payback for me hitting that transcendent, wasn't it? I can't blame you, I'd be jealous too. Alright, what does Finio Rumble Mark got in the back? Got the last stand, not the rug that we got on the legendary, but not the mutate on chat. So yeah. Thanks for letting me stream that last little bit of the tournament. I don't have much more content planned for the evening because I was busy, you know, with life shit, and also DFK shit. So lots of shit. And then there was something I was just gonna say. Oh, I do have Esper and Just lined up. What I'm gonna do is record, casual interviews with both of them, and clip just a little bit to make them flow better, less that kind of stuff. But no substantive editing what their meaning is, and then post them as 2 separate videos. So look for those over the next coming weeks. I'm working on the questions right now. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so when it comes to questioning, I like to think about it for a while, because your first round of ideas are typically shitty questions, I find. First draft material is basically, you should just be thought dumping. You shouldn't really be trying to refine it at that point, because a first draft, no matter how hard you try, is not going to be refined, ladies and gentlemen. It took me decades to learn this lesson, but I stand by it now. And so, yeah. Thank you all for hanging out. I blame you for me getting that transcendent mutation. I'm very happy about it. And Eric, since you asked so nicely at the beginning, I will put you... Not that. It's not that. That's not what I'm doing for you. I'm going to play you out with the actual banger. All right, good night, everyone.
DFK throwing down the gauntlet. If you got the best heroes, flaunt it. Raise your head up, don't be daunted. Come prove how much you want it. Fight fighting to the wire, rapid onslaught striking dire. Tomatoes rain to fire, on the fighters I admire. For he who takes the title wins gilded chests and smiles, while foes walk bitter miles, bitter miles. Gold rush. Gold rush. Gold rush. Gold rush. Gold rush. DFK throwing down the gauntlet. If you got them hot heroes, flaunt it. Hands up now, don't be daunted. Come prove how much you want it. Fighting to the wire, rapid onslaught striking dire. Tomatoes rain to fire, on the fighters unadmired.
You level up like that, you get put in the pit. Right away. No mokshas, no nothing. No stone heroes, yeah, we put them right in the pit. All basic abilities, right to the pit. Archers under 50 dex, in the pit, right away. Rarity's too low, you go in the pit.